Alright guys, New Age Tactical back with another video.
Post review.
New Age Tactical.
So this is going to be kind of an interesting one.
This is. Has this ever happened to us before?
Not to this extreme. I think it's happened, but we knew one was a loser.
Right.
And
right.
I do have a loser picked out, but...
Okay, so let's just say right away. This is one of the very few times we have 3 knives that are all the same company, that all got the EDC and the NAT stamp. And that's a big deal. Mm-hmm. I feel like we don't normally go 3 knives at a time without one of them being a loser, as you would call it. The other thing to point out, the prices did vary a little bit since we posted the videos, but all 3 of these knives, tax included, came to $96.
Yeah.
And that says something right away about Kershaw.
What I thought was cool too is Kershaw commented on the one video.
That was kind of like a...
Guys, first step, second step, send merch. Man, we can probably go back to episode 1. You'll hear me say that I've always had a special spot for Kershaw.
Yeah.
I always thought Kershaw was like high line until I got into it. This just goes to show you why I thought that. You know, like I've carried these 2, I never carried that one, but I use them in construction. I use them in everything.
Ventilation, electrical,
camping,
business.
like everything. So to me, I knew they're all around good blades, but the biggest thing is that you just know Kershaw makes a fucking solid product. What's the worst that's going to happen? You lose it? So,
yeah.
Okay. Let me go get another one. They're a disposable, solid EDC. Like, 10 out of 10 EDC, 10 out of 10 NAT approval.
And that being said, I feel like a lot of the things you're going to hear in this episode are strictly opinion. Because the stamps speak for themselves. You're good no matter which one of these you pick, and they only vary from 22, 33, 38. So just pick what one feels the best for you, and you're golden.
Yeah.
But the Kershaw Shuffle 2. I said it was going to be opinion-based, and
Her knife sucks.
If we're going off of opinion, yeah, I'm not a fan.
Yeah, no.
The Tonto blade itself was not something I really go for. The bottle opener, we are those type of guys that you give us basically anything, we're going to be able to open a bottle with it. So we don't really require a bottle opener on us. I had mentioned from the Kershaw Shuffle 1 to the Shuffle 2, the only difference that I could find was that the bottle opener changed directions. It was originally just one of those regular, like, keychain opener styles. But pocket clip wise, while carrying it, it was probably my least favorite out of these. There was just something about it. I would miss the spot, get it hooked, not go all the way down. Like, it was just... And I know pocket clip is not that big of a deal, but it is when you are trying to be...
Yeah.
When you're trying to be nitpicky like this, I'm just trying to find the parts that I'm not a fan of. The handle, not particularly my go-to for style.
No. It kind of like, it looks to, like, honestly to me, it's like a half-ass karambit.
Because of the curve that's trying to happen.
And, like, that the finger hole in the back, like, if it was a little bigger.
Right.
Everything he said I agree with. I mean, it's just not my style. I don't like that type of blade. I don't like that type of handle. I hate the fact that it has a bottle opener on the back. Because, I mean, realistically, anyone that's carrying a knife can open a bottle without a freaking bottle opener. That being said, for the 1 or 2 people that want a bottle opener, go for it. That's all that's wrong with it. If this was just normal, it would be even better. Like, I can deal with the Tonto blade.
If the handle was solid all the way
this
through.
Bothers me. It really bothers me a lot, actually.
Aside from that, on to the Kershaw leak. I said it in the initial video. Preference-wise, this was not my kind of go-to style.
Really?
I was not a fan of the shape of the blade. The thin, pointy, I don't know. I wasn't a fan. The flipper with that unique style of having the blade come up completely above the handle. It was, and then of course the half exoskeleton handle where you could see everything work. I don't know, just personal preference. Multiple bullet points don't fit my criteria.
I really don't think there's anything wrong with that knife, honestly. I think it has a different look than, you're used to, or most of us are used to. We were famous for, I think every knife I own is black handled, except for the few that I've been buying since this channel's started, because now I've got a couple OD green, a couple of the tan, a couple of, I got a blue one that you gave me, you know? And I love the way they look. Like, I actually look at them like now, like, I'll do blue one today. You know what I mean? Like, it's dumb, but this kind of changes it up while keeping the black handle, which, like, back in the day, I think this would have been kind of like a go-to for me because half unfinished, half black. You know what I mean?
I will say, improvement on the pocket clip from the Shuffle,
Yeah.
but not much of an improvement. It was still, if you are looking at that, it's got a nice empty area once it's on your pocket. But again, I would have a little bit of trouble with this.
Did it bring back memories?
It did. It did. As I always say, 2 weeks spent with every knife. This one was only 1 week with the Clash because I did not need. I have said
1 year plus one.
I spent
plus
2 years.
Yeah.
2 years with this knife. And yeah, I'm a little biased. I said it so much in the video as well as you saying it. I had to cut it out about 8 times in the original video how much we said we just like the feel of it. The feel of it is an ideal feel for in your hand. Size-wise, when you think EDC, I feel like this is just at that maximum point. Like, if you go anything bigger, you're carrying a big-ass knife. It's a bulkier knife, but not bulky enough to not be EDC.
That's not only 3 inches. Tried and true. I know this for a fact that this knife is phenomenal. The fat pocket clip, the sharpness out of the box, the abuse it could take. This is the knife that I carried forever. Bought him one. He carried forever. And, it looks like because they're beat up. The handles are scratched up and everything. But it's just like character. Like, it just kind of, I don't know. I can't describe it. It's like that one, like you said, we're a little biased towards it, but
the reason I had brought up the pocket clip from the previous 2 is because this possibly is one of my favorite pocket clips.
With the fat pocket clip's the way to go on any knife.
It's not just about the thickness of it. It's about the ability to slide.
Yeah.
Any area I'm putting that knife,
No,
it
I
just
agree.
glides right over, and I'm locked in place.
And he back pocket carries, I front pocket carry. So I have a lot of memories with that knife. It goes without saying that even the cheaper steels, or not cheaper, but, lower end, keep your budget low down, and you have a solid knife.
The reason we do not sharpen the knives is because we want to see how the knives perform out of the box from the factory. I think we've done enough Kershaws to know that Kershaw lets you pretty well off out of the box.
Yeah.
Like, from the factory, their sharpening skills are pretty damn good.
And that's what I'm saying is, like, you can take this, still in this package, throw it in a box to go camping. When you get there, rip it open, and your knife is fine.
Ready to go.
Like, and it's not only fine, it's going to exceed your expectations. And going back to what I was saying, your average Joe that's not into sharpening, not into collecting, you know what I mean? If you go up into my room right now, I have a Craftsman chest of drawers like this, full of knives, flashlights, you know what I mean? Everything. We're the exception to the rule, though. Like, the normal EDC person doesn't have
That many knives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I find knives sometimes. I got kids, and I find knives, and I'm like, oh. Like, how the did I get there? I obviously think that that's the winner of the 3 if I had to pick a winner.
And I'm going to agree. But I can definitely say any one of these 3 knives you will be content with.
It's picking a winner out of winners. You know what I mean? Like, it's not... You can't go wrong with the other 2. You really can't.
Kershaw, you are very eclectic with your pocket clips from knife to knife. You change it up. Guys, obviously, we are not going to be done with Kershaw anytime soon.
No.
It's it's just a given.
You know, now we're starting to lean more towards getting knives off the list. We'll make sure that that's a priority as opposed to me just pointing and shooting when I get on.
But we've officially gotten to the point where I have enough that I know what ones to pick because of the multiple requests.
Yeah.
This was 3, 5, and 5. Like, that's how many people requested these knives. So I know now you're going to see a lot more of the stuff that you want to see.
Well, I mean, guys, you know the drill. Like, subscribe.
Follow us on Instagram. Hit that bell.
Check out our Amazon storefront. We got that rocking not too long ago. It's pretty cool.
Follow us on Facebook because we're trying to get that going.
Guys, we want to do lives. We want to talk to you, like, legit. You know what I mean? And I think that Facebook's kind of the way to go. So, other than that,
New Age Tactical.
over and out.